World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day. This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol warned on Tuesday that military cooperation between North Korea and Russia poses a significant security threat to the international community. The comments at a cabinet meeting in Seoul followed Yoon saying on Monday that the deployment of North Korean troops to the battlefield in Ukraine could happen more quickly than anticipated, according to South Korean intelligence assessments. The U.S. Defense Department said on Monday that North Korea has sent about 10,000 troops to train in Russia, more than tripling the previous estimate. Earlier, NATO confirmed that 3,000 North Korean troops have been sent to Russia to help Moscow fight its war against Ukraine, and have also been deployed to Russia's Kursk region, where Kiev's forces invaded in a surprise attack in August and still hold territory. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte said the deployment of North Korean troops was a sign of growing desperation on the part of Russian President Vladimir Putin, adding that more than 600,000 Russian forces have been killed or wounded since the February 2022 invasion of Ukraine. In other news overseas, Chinese President Xi Jinping asked U.S. President Joe Biden last year to change the language the United States uses when discussing its position on Taiwanese independence. That's according to two U.S. officials familiar with the private conversation. During last November's Biden-Xi meeting near San Francisco, Xi and his aides asked Biden and his team to tweak the language in U.S. official statements. China wanted the U.S. to say it opposes Taiwan independence rather than the current version, which is that the United States does not support independence for Taiwan, said the people who requested anonymity to speak about private diplomatic exchanges they participated in or were briefed on. Xi's aides have repeatedly followed up and made the request in the months since, according to two U.S. officials and another person familiar with the exchanges. Meanwhile, the White House responded to a request for comment with a statement that repeated the line that Washington does not support Taiwan independence, emphasizing that the Biden-Harris administration has been consistent on its long-standing One China policy. And news from the Philippine Foreign Service Post, the 2024 International Conference on Philippine Studies successfully took place at the Russian State Library's Center for Eastern Literature building. Organized by the Institute of Asian and African Studies, or IAAS, of Moscow State University, or MSU, the conference gathered distinguished scholars, diplomats, and students to engage in insightful discussions under the theme Exploring the Philippines, Perspectives from Russia and Beyond. The two-day event featured a wide range of presentations covering Philippine history, culture, literature, social issues, and foreign relations. Notable experts including Professor Elena G. Frolova, Professor Ekaterina A. Baklanova, and Professor Victor Sumsky delivered presentations and lectures that highlighted the Philippines' unique position within Asia, inspiring the academic community to deepen its understanding of Philippine studies. Attending from the Philippines were Dr. Maria Dulce F. Natividad of the Asian Center at the University of the Philippines, Dr. Vicente of the University of the Philippines, Manila, and Dr. Romeo Pena of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. A highlight of the conference was the special panel on ASEAN Affairs, co-organized by Dr. Ekaterina V. Koldunova, Assistant Professor and Director of the ASEAN Center at MGIMO University. Dr. Koldunova led discussions on ASEAN's evolving geopolitical role and the significance of Philippine diplomacy, illustrating the collaborative efforts of MSU and MGIMO in advancing a comprehensive understanding of Southeast Asian regional dynamics. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5 for Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.